Alright, this is going to be a short video explaining my ice tank rotation as a tank, my loadout, all of that good stuff. First, I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you my powers for my loadout, and then I'll show you my loadout, explain it, and then show you how it works, how it all goes together. First, let's go into the storms tree. Spec'd into Inescapable Storm, of course, and then Arctic Gust, Bitter Winds, and then went down to Freeze Wave, Shadow Restraints, and then go into Cryogenics, Cold Snap, damn it, Frost Snipe, Ice Bash, Reflection, Ice Boulder, and then Winter Ward. And then in the iconic powers, I got Hard Light Shield because I haven't respec'd in a very long time. So that's just kind of useless because I was originally learning how to ice tank. Somebody was like, use Hard Light Shield. Tried it out, and Hard Light Shield is garbage. That does ice tanks no good. So when you see an ice tank running Hard Light Shield, just know that Hard Light Shield is actually a restoration based shield. As you can see, this is considered a healing type shielding effect. So that's good for fire tanks, not ice tanks. Then I came down, got Nano Weave Armor, Powerful Resistance, and then Intimidating Gaze. If I were you, I would take that skill, or that, not that skill point, that power point that I put into Hard Light Shield, and I would probably put it into, let's see, I'd probably put it into Critical Healing Chance, the empathetic healing, however the hell you say it. I would put it into that. And then, let's see, next, the skill points. I spec'd mostly into, of course, defense, toughness, and then I started speccing into crit heals, dominance, of course. That's pretty much what you're going for. Then let's see, the loadout that I have is Inescapable Storm, Reflection, Winter Ward, Bitter Winds, Shadow Restraints, and then Frost Snipe. So let me explain why I have each of these on here as is and what they do, and then I'll get into the rotation. Okay, Inescapable Storm is going to be a group pull. Pulls everything like in range to you, like everything in front of you in range to you. And then Reflection is probably about the most OP shield in this game. It's, if you have the base mod that gives or heals you when you use a heal, or when you use a shield, that would be this, and that is why I say you want to go into the heals if you have enough skill points. What it does is you just pop a shield and it takes a lot of damage. It's by far like your best shield. And then Winter Ward, that is a breakout and a group immunity, I believe. Yeah, that is a group immunity for up to 7 people, and then 3 random teammates as well as yourself are protected from damage. And as I said, it is a breakout, so if you do get knocked down, you can use it to pick it back up, and it is also another shield. And then Shadow Restraints, or whoops, no, Bitter Winds is also another shield. And this one is going to be one of your main shields. Actually, it is going to be your second main shield. What this does is it's good for juggling, and then it stays active for a very long time. And it doesn't deflect all of the damage, but it stops most of the damage from coming into you. And then Shadow Restraints. Shadow Restraints is another breakout. I run 2 breakouts on mine just because sometimes you're just having a bad day and you get knocked down and knocked down and knocked down. It's really annoying. But on top of all of that, it is another immunity that, well, it does the same thing that Winter Ward does, except for it's not a shield. It just breaks you out and everybody else out of control effects, and it also provides immunities. And then Frost Snipe is going to be a single target pull, And what Frost Snipe does is, the way the pulls work is if you're using a multiple target pull, the aggro that you generate gets dispersed evenly between all of the ads that you're trying to pull. But if you just have that one ad that's just being a pain in the ass, this is what Frost Snipe is for. Frost Snipe, all the aggro that you generate gets put onto one enemy, and you have a way greater chance of pulling them to you. Okay, so now that I've explained each of the powers, what you do, you don't have to set my load up like this, but pretty much you're only going to be rotating 3 powers. The breakouts, you only use those use those if you need to. Frost Snipe, that's again another one you only use if you need to. So right here, you've got an Escapable Storm clipped with Reflection, or Reflect, whatever the hell it's called. And then you just pull. You pull, clip, block, until your shield wears off. And then Bitter Winds, this is what I was talking about by Juggle. See how everything gets knocked up into the air like that? Well, what you're going to want to do when you use this is you're going to want to jump. Like this. And you'll get an extra juggle out of it. Okay, let me wait for this power to come off cooldown. Okay. Now this is pretty much the rotation. You go Inescapable Storm into Reflection. You wait until it's halfway cooled down, and then you pop Bitter Winds. And then you just keep doing that. You just keep rotating those two things. It's so simple. And this is how you tank with ice. And once you get your ice armor is going to help you out even more. It's going to buff you. So, but yeah, it's literally this easy. It literally takes no power. And you literally take, like, this is ice tanking. But now for some more advanced things, let's go into the trinkets. Alright, so for the trinkets, we've got, I've got the 108 trinket right now, or not the 108, the 94 trinket right now. So it's not the best that it could be, but what that does is it buffs my health by 2,659. And then I've got Boo Jr., who buffs my might by 246. I know you may think, you don't need to increase your might as a tank, but it's not for the might. That's not the reason that I have Boo Jr. And then of course I've got the supply drop, and then I've got a breakout trinket. Okay, so what you're going to want to do now when you throw the trinkets into the rotation is, of course, that, and then clip Boo Jr. in it. What Boo Jr. does is every so often he will give you a shield. And of course everybody knows shields are amazing for tanks, for ice tanks. That's what ice tanks do. Do that, and then you wait until Boo Jr. is about a fourth of the way cooled down. Once he gets about to there, then you clip in your other trinket. And then you just keep rotating just like that. One thing I did forget to mention, and this is very important, the reason that you don't just go like this and go down your loadout is because, well, when you go like that and you pop a breakout, it removes your buffs. So don't use a breakout unless if you have to. Unless if a mechanic is calling for you, like a mechanic in the game during the raid or whatever is calling for you to use a breakout, don't use it, because it may free everybody else from control effects, but you also make yourself super weak. So like as you can see, reflect, it lasts halfway through its cooldown. Okay. If I was to use reflect and shadow restraints, reflect goes away immediately. So you lose all of that that damage you could have been negating, you lose it. You lose it. And neither of these things do what reflect does. They don't protect you from that much damage. Yeah, do me a favor though, comment, tell me what you think, and let me know what you think of these videos. Maybe start doing some more like these, tell you my other rotations, loadouts, stuff like that. Other than that,